से प्रार्थना है। ये आज वर्चुअल सत्संग अबू धाबी गुरु परिवार द्वारा होली के उपलक्ष्य में कराया गया है। और कितने सुंदर दरबार आज, बहुत किसी एक का नाम लेना मुश्किल है। बहुत बहुत सारे कलरफुल दरबार गुरु जी के रंग में रंगे हुए हैं। और उन सभी की ओर से, उन सभी को जिन्होंने दरबार सेवा की है, सभी को हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। और एक बार फिर से हैप्पी होली गुरु जी। और जो भी ऑनलाइन है उनसे रिक्वेस्ट है, आप बने रहिए। हमारे बीच में सन आंटी हैं जो अपना बहुत ही सुंदर सत्संग आपके बीच में रखेंगी, हमारे बीच में रखेंगी, जिनके बहुत अच्छे एक्सपीरियंस हैं गुरु जी के साथ। बहुत ही बढ़िया सत्संग है। तो मेरी आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि प्लीज ध्यान से सुनिए। और जितने भी ऑनलाइन हैं वो बने रहिए, तभी सत्संग का आनंद करने वाले को और सुनने वाले सबको आता है। तो एक बार फिर से हैप्पी होली गुरु जी। और ज्यादा टाइम ना लेते हुए सन आंटी को हम इनवाइट करेंगे, वो आए और अपना सत्संग शेयर करें।
Jai Guruji Maharaj, Jai Guruji.
जय
I
गुरु जी
just want to
आंटी।
make sure first that I am audible. Jai Guruji Maharaj. Can everyone hear me?
यस आंटी।
Jai Guruji, happy Holi. First and foremost, of course, to Guruji Maharaj and to everyone, to all his children. Shukrana Guruji Maharaj for getting me to share your blessings and your divinity today. Please forgive me. I was walking in the extreme cold weather, I have to say, in Canada for an hour and a half, and I still feel frozen in my face, but it's all His grace. Again, it's never our planning this life. It's always Guruji Maharaj's planning. And, I come to my mom's house and right away, Uncle and beautiful Sangat asked me to share Satsang, and I mean, this day, holy day. So thank you, Guruji Maharaj. Thank you so much. I'll just quickly, I'm sure a lot of people have heard of how Guruji Maharaj initiated me, but I'll try my best to make it very brief. And then I'd like to share a couple of satsangs that Guruji Maharaj indicated for me to share. Of course, this physical body, born in Iran, I was pretty much raised by a grandma who was very spiritual, not religious, spiritual, and I mean, to this day, I have not met a person that was always uttering God's name as much as she did. In such a, like, no matter what happened to her, she was always in Shukrana. And I mean, when I say always, I mean every minute at least you would hear her say, "Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, I can walk. Thank you, I can brush my hair. Thank you, I can brush my teeth. Thank you, I can read. Thank you, I can walk." Like every single thing that we take for granted, and I did, she would give thanks to. And like she would utter it every second. And so life moved on. I moved to Canada when I was 13 years old. And because my grandma was like my mom, literally, I wanted to visit her. In 2003, I got this inner calling that you have to visit grandma. And, I was in Iran finally. And it's truly Guruji's doing. I'm making it very brief, but the whole journey is so divine. And I was in Iran and I saw, when I went to her home, I saw Guruji Maharaj stand right in front of me at about 4 in the morning with his palm up, just, kind of like this. And he was behind my grandmother's closet. And all I saw was a bald-headed man with a huge vertical eye, huge. And my thought process was like, I've seen a ghost, but the eye was so big that I just covered myself with a blanket. I remember I was shivering, like I had no, like I was like, I've heard ghost stories, but never had I experienced it on my own. And I was just like very, very scared. So my grandma wakes up, I run to her and I say, there's a man in your house. I could even like every single detail that I saw, I was like, listen, I know he was here. And she said, don't worry, he's always here. He's always around me. Don't worry, just don't worry. And of course, her being like my mom and her saying that, it's like, okay, everything's okay then. And, you know, I kept saying, I've seen a ghost, right? And she's like, yes, yes. Because it was so real. I'm like, it was so vivid. And I want to say the reason why I went to Iran was because this voice told me when I was in Canada prior to my travel that if you don't travel to Iran, so tell your mom that if you don't travel and grandma passes away, you will never forgive her. And I'm in Iran. I see my grandma. I see Guruji Maharaj. Of course, I had no idea. He gave me Lord Shiva's darshan. And I had no idea that this one day will be the biggest blessing of my life. And pretty much everything that I've been searching for in my life. And I am back in Canada in 2003. So I was in Iran in July of 2003. And my grandma leaves her body, leaves her physical body 3 months later in October. So of course we think that, you know, we're doing things and we're planning things in our life, but he's got it. Like, you know, I always say he has a remote control. He's taking care of everything. And once we look back in our lives, he connects. We can never look forward, of course, because it's in his hands. But when you look backwards, you can see that Guruji Maharaj was showing his presence and blessings every step of the way. And of course, you know, I didn't know, but every family member of mine was asking me, how did you know grandma was passing away? And I was like, I don't know. I just don't know. And life moved on 2012 to 2018, 6 years. I was in under severe ailments that I don't even to this day don't know how I survived it. It's only because of Guruji Maharaj, the excruciating pain that I used to endure, especially in my scalp. Um, it was something that let's just say that I was banging my head on the wall every second because I just wanted the pain to stop. No wonder, of course, I took action to leave this life because the pain was so much. And no matter the injections of these needles in the back of my neck, every pill that you can imagine, every medicine, every doctor that you can imagine that I could go to in Canada, Germany, and Iran, none of them could do anything. And I mean none. And of course, it was his play, his Leela. And, you know, it happened in 3 episodes, not going to go into it again in detail. But in the second episode, when it was in 2015, 2016, at this time I was in mental institutions because the body ailment had transferred into mental, severe depression, severe insomnia. And I mean, when I mean severe, I am not exaggerating. I could sleep maybe an hour a night. Um, it's just, I lost most of my hair. And it was just something that you just never imagined could happen to you. It's just, I didn't even know what it was, you know, just the whole not knowing of what's happening to my body. And to this day, they had no idea. Of course, again, it was all Guruji. But the second episode, I was in a mental institution. I came home from the mental institution, and it was about 5 in the morning. I saw a ball of light, and I thought it was the moon coming outside the window, and it came and it was going smaller. And so I'm like, I'm definitely going crazy. I literally said that to myself. There is something wrong with me mentally because I'm literally seeing the moon, and I was like, that's not the moon because moon is usually on the other side. And then, but why is it going smaller? So I'm like, maybe I have schizophrenia. Like, you know, unfortunately, and this will change, I know, but the doctors will label everything to you just to satisfy their own selves. You know, they told me I have bipolar. They told me one day it's early signs of schizophrenia. They told me, and literally my issue was blood. Like my platelets had dropped initially. So but you know, they just, one doctor would say one thing, one doctor would say one thing. So you can imagine the mental um, toll, and not only on myself and on my family, not knowing what it is. And it just drained me, and it like agonized me even more. And anyway, but I didn't share that. I literally saw a white light come inside my room, got smaller, and it went right inside here. And I healed the next day. I wasn't getting my periods. I didn't get it for almost 3 years. So, but I got it in that episode, I didn't get it for 11 months. And the next day I got my period. And so, you know, because I was under watch severely because of the suicidal attempts that I had done, I didn't share this white light with nobody. But I wrote everything down. He guided me to write everything down. And so it was when the third episode on 25th of December 2017 hit, my only and only desire and only plan was to leave life. And I had whatever that I had tried on the second episode, I crossed it off, and then I had new plans. And so I started preparing my family. I would send them, let's say, videos to my sister and to my mom on this person named Abraham Hicks, who pretty much makes suicide in a beautiful way. Like, you know, explains to people that it's not that they want to leave, it's the suffering. And so I started preparing my family, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been here. Like, it was my only thought was then that when I do this, I want them to understand that I'm suffering, you know, I'm literally suffering. And but of course, again, Guruji had different plans, and I suffered on that third episode for 7 months. The doctors, again, I was at the end of it. I didn't continue going to the doctors after February 2018, and that's when my spiritual journey started. And it had started before, but then that's how it fully grasped my energy. I had like a plan to go to doctors every day or hospitals every day. That stopped. But anyway, it wasn't until June month of 2018 that I literally sat in my room, I remember, and I just looked up to the sky and I was like, you've taken my health, my hair, my money, my job, my relation. I was getting married, and the gentleman left me because I got ill. Everything you've taken away from me. Why don't you just take me? It just doesn't make sense. What purpose does this serve? Like, what is it? You know, what is happening? I literally had a one-on-one and a bold conversation. Like, what is it that you can't? Why can't you just take me? It doesn't make sense. Why you took everything? What's the purpose? And literally, I remember something closed my eyes, and I had a vision of Guruji Maharaj, as if like he took my body and put me in my grandmother's house. In that year, in 2018, was 15 years back in 2003, and he literally took me back to that room, and suddenly I saw Guruji Maharaj with his vertical Lord Shiva third eye, and I heard in my ear, pray to me. And I just said, you're the only supernatural being I've seen. Whatever, you help me. If you exist, whatever you were, ghost or not, you're the only supernatural being that I've seen, and it's been confirmed by my grandma. You help me. And literally, when I say the rest of my days became a miracle, I am not exaggerating. It became a miracle. Butterflies everywhere. I would have fragrance that, like, I would, you know, I would be in my house and I would have fragrance. And it just didn't make sense. Like, somebody like was in my room and they had put perfume, but there was no one in my room because I was literally still bedridden, even in July month, even in June month. But it wasn't until 1st of July, and I go downstairs because my hair was so thin that I wanted to put hair color on. A long story, the pharmacy was closed. I get in my ear, go to C3 church, this church. I search it, I go there, and I'm pretty much fast walking and running. And I get to a wrong church. Guruji truly takes over my feet. I go to the church that I was supposed to be. And it's so true when Guruji Maharaj says, prayer has the power to cure anything. And I have firsthand experience that I literally was asking him along, take me wherever you want me to go. I didn't sit in a satsang. I didn't sit in a temple. I didn't sit anywhere. I just prayed from my heart. You take me wherever you want me to go. Because the first church that I got, Google sent me to a wrong address, his Leela, and my tears had dried up literally on the last episode. I was so numb from within because my suicidal attempts were also not succeeding. And so anyway, I was just done. I was dead from within. And I literally, got to the church, which he took me. But from the first wrong church to the actual church, I was fast walking and my tears started coming. So when I got to the church, I see a girl with a huge tattoo on her arm and it says something mumkin, which is in Farsi. Persian means possible. So I asked her, what does this mean? She said, anything is possible. And I was like, okay, can I take a photo of it? These are not me. It was all Guruji took over my body and literally did all of these on his own. Because why would I in that state? I literally went to the church. I was like, why did I take a photo? Why would I do that? And so long story short, they close the doors and they start worship music. I remember there was a girl on a guitar and she stopped and she literally looked back and told everybody to stop the music. And Guruji Maharaj took over her. And in front of, I have to say, 600, 700 people spoke to me in this huge church and said, God just placed it in my heart to share this with someone who was running and crying to church today. And God wants you to know that this suffering is over and land of grace is near. I knew that was for me. I knew it. My soul knew. But it was an instant and then it just faded away. I was still in such, 6 years, the best of the best doctors and the best of the humans and the best of the therapies and the best of the best of the best. And nothing had healed. Now a girl in church is telling me my suffering is over, right? But something resonated. And I get out of the church and I write, like I said, he always guided me to write. Even if I see 777 car license plate, I write it down. I do. I write all of his blessings because it gives me more reasons to give Shukrana to. Come back and read my Shukrana page. Shukrana, 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 Shukrana for all the satsangs, big or small, it doesn't even matter. So I literally wrote these happenings inside the church and the church finished and I literally sent a prayer saying, and again from my heart, and I said, whatever you are, be it Jesus, be it Muhammad, be it Kabbalah, be it whatever you are, I don't care what name I give you, I am all yours. Please don't give me this 15 minutes of 20 minutes of connectivity. I need you eternally. I remember saying that from the bottom of my heart. And literally, I walk back, my feet get stuck on this bookstore. And this is where the miracle and the magic of my life begins. And literally, I have Guruji Maharaj come through the divine light inside this book. I was in this bookstore. I literally asked for the spirituality section, not me. Again, he spoke through me. I go to the shelf and there was hundreds of books. And this book manifested. And without a doubt, I know it's Sachkhan because I literally studied this shelf, which was just a small shelf, but a lot of books inside. And it just manifested right in front of me because when I was ready to leave, I just said the prayer and I said, God, you know what state I am. You choose the books. I'm bedridden. I have time to read. You just choose the books that you want me to read. And literally, again, as if he took my body, the vision of the white light from 2 years back comes in my mind. And I see the divine light just sitting there right in front, like literally just right in front. And then something clicked and this book comes out and Guruji Maharaj, of course, came. I didn't touch it. He only knows I left it on the floor of my room when I got into the room. I didn't touch it. I didn't open it. 5th of January, I have a dream that I'm in a satsang and I see Guruji Maharaj lying in a bed right beside me. And then 2 days later, I'm guided to open the book. And when I open the book, he tells me, I have blessed you on my birthday. And truly, when I opened the book, as if his hand, some energy came out and truly took away enough of my pain in the scalp that everything, I used to wear sunglasses, I used to wear earmuffs because I was so sensitive. The pain in my head was so much that I could not, I couldn't turn on the lights in my room. I very sensitive to noise. And I was just, I was a wreck. And I literally took off my glasses and everything, like the world, he stopped the world. Everything changed. Everything changed the moment I opened the book. And I literally said, whoever you are, I need something special. And he said, today is my birthday. Look at your calendar. Look at your phone. I have come to you on my birthday. And truth be told, I did open his This Divine book on Guruji Maharaj's birthday. Um, it's just incredible the ways that he does. So I always say, don't even imagine anything. Don't even think. And it's no coincidence that I opened the book right before Satsang and it went into how Anita Kumar has written, of course, it's Guruji writing through her, that don't even think. The moment you stop thinking, that's what Guruji Maharaj had said, when you stop thinking, I'll start thinking. And don't even imagine how it's going to happen. He has his own, just, how could you think with your limited ways of thinking, his ways that are unlimited. I mean, how could you even think it? We're so limited. And, it brings so much worry and anxiety. So truly, I never imagined such a life. I always say this, it's not a day that I don't pinch myself. I don't, I'm like, this is a dream. This is a dream. Maybe I've died and I'm living in a different world, so Shukrana, 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 Shukrana to Guruji Maharaj. Shukrana for everything. And just know that if you know Guruji, just his name alone, you are so blessed. We won't, I don't know if I'm just talking for myself. I don't think I would understand what a blessing has entered my life. I truly cannot know with my limited, I just don't know. But as much as he's blessed me to know this wisdom that he's given me, this is so beyond anything I imagined, just Shukrana. I'll share a couple of other satsangs. This swarup that you see, it's in my mom's house. Right now I'm moving, so even I told Guruji Maharaj, Guruji, where is home? Where is my house? Because I've been moving so much in the past, past couple of, since Guruji Maharaj has come into my life has been a squeeze. And again, when we go to Guruji Maharaj, he loves those greatly who are being squeezed. If you're being squeezed, if you're going through pain, if you're going through suffering, it's a blessing in disguise. I know when we're in it, it's so easy to talk it, but from a person who's actually gone through it, believe me, you're so blessed, so blessed. And so I'm going through another squeezing. Shukrana, Shukrana to Guruji for him loving me and putting me through that squeezing. Shukrana. And I'm just, going from, he's giving me, like literally I said, Guruji, where's my home? And no coincidence that Paramahansa Yogananda's YouTube pops up on my feed. And Paramahansa Yogananda himself had asked God, where's my home? Like, where am I? And God's answer was, wherever you go, that's your home. So right now, this is my home. In an hour from now, somewhere else is my home. I may come to India, that's my home. So Shukrana for the abundance of homes. And so this Swarup is in this home, my mom's house. And I just want to bring it forward. And so if you can see, Guruji Maharaj is wearing this beautiful, I think it's orange. Yeah, orange and like a light brown shawl. And so I had a satsang in the last home that I was living in. And it was some Sangat's birthday. And I said, why don't we just have a birthday satsang for you and come over? And Guruji Maharaj indicated for me to print these swarups. and I was like, just right before Satsang, I'm getting this indication to print this Swarup. Like literally had a vision of it, print these, son. I said, Satvachan Guruji, whatever you say. And I printed about 6 or 7 of them. And no coincidence that right in the middle of Satsang, I went to the backyard and I literally, my feet touched this butterfly. And you tell me if these colors do not match the Swarup of Guruji Maharaj. This butterfly was literally sitting. I've never actually seen this butterfly ever in Toronto flying, but this was lying in the backyard of my house. And it literally matches the same colors of what Guruji Maharaj is wearing, which is the orange and brown. And I hope you can see it. Orange, brown, and you can kind of see the third eyes in the butterfly. So his ways again of blessing. When you listen to your heart, don't listen to people, don't listen to sangat, don't listen to nobody. Guruji's in your heart. Listen to your heart. He's there. Direct connection. Just because somebody has a darbar this way, somebody does this prayer that way, somebody does this connection with Guruji, that is not your way. Do what he guides. For me, Guruji Maharaj, every time in a house I had a darbar, Guruji Maharaj took it away. And I mean that. I had a bedroom for Guruji Maharaj, he took it all away. I had a huge swarups of Guruji Maharaj, he took it all away. And continuously he said, son, I live in your heart. I live in your hearts. You can just put a small swarup of mine and just sit with me. As long as the connect is from the heart, nothing, none of these external, of course we do it for our own heart. We do it and it's beautiful. I may do it one day, but if you're guided to do it this way, there is no big or small, or it's none of that. It's all what's in your heart. And so last satsang is I was in Baramandar and I was thinking, Guruji, I had a vision of Guruji Maharaj and myself walking the stairs. I was literally inside Baramandar, and you know how the windows are open and you could see outside where you can come up the stairs. I was standing there in that corner and we were vacuuming the main hall. And I was taking a break because we were waiting for Sevadas to finish so we could vacuum where they were. And I remember just standing and I had a vision of Guruji Maharaj walking up the stairs, and I had a vision of myself walking up with him. And the next thought that came in my mind is marriage. I don't know what it was. Like, I have no idea why it came to me. And I just got this voice telling me marriage. And the moment I left and I was thinking this marriage, all of a sudden an auntie came right in front of me in Buttermunder and said, son, you want to get married? Take this. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I just want to be married to his purpose. I just want to be married to Guruji's purpose, like whatever he wants me to do, that's what I want to be married to. And literally when he showed that vision, that's what he told me. When I tell you get married, it means get married to my purpose. Be married to my energy. Be married to my light. And literally at that same moment, somebody in Buttermandi came and gave me this kalira, if I'm not saying it wrong, right? Wrong? And kalira, and said, you want to get married? And I know it was Guruji saying, tying the knot with him and his purpose. And no coincidence that there's a Jamaican Sangat of Guruji Maharaj, Anthony Wisdom, who Guruji Maharaj just recently initiated. He had a dream of Guruji Maharaj and me. Guruji gave him a darshan dream and Guruji told Anthony that son has been married to me for the last 2 years. And of course his purpose, I've had nothing, and just like many of us, we have nothing but Guruji Maharaj in our mind and heart. We want nothing but Guruji, and truly, it's going back to his, his indication. Don't ask for anything. Ask for the real deal. Ask for him, and whatever is yours, he will bring into your life. Shukrana, 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 Guruji Maharaj. There's so many other satsangs, but I think I'll leave it there. I want to let other people share as well. Shukrana, happy Holi. Jai Guruji Maharaj. Shukrana, Shukrana, Guruji. Jai Guruji.
Thank you, Aunty. Very beautiful and blissful satsang. Very nice satsang. Thank you, Aunty ji, for sharing the satsang. And now we will invite to another one sangat, अमित कोहली जी। अमित कोहली अंकल, हम उनको इनवाइट करेंगे आए और अपना सत्संग शेयर करें। और इसके साथ और भी किसी ने अपना सत्संग शेयर करना है तो प्लीज मोर की ऑप्शन है आपके स्क्रीन में, उसमें जाके हैंड रेज की ऑप्शन है, हैंड रेज की दिए ताकि हमें पता लगे कि आपने सत्संग शेयर करना है, तो हम उसी हिसाब से आपको इनवाइट करेंगे। और अगला सत्संग अमित कोहली, उनका माइक अनम्यूट कर रहे हैं। लगता अमित कोहली अंकल का कनेक्शन कट गया हमसे। चलिए, जब तक वो दोबारा आते हैं तब तक ज्योति कापा आंटी, ये आज होली स्पेशल आंटी का कुछ ना कुछ स्पेशल रहता है, तो आज होली स्पेशल के ऊपर आंटी ने कोई बढ़िया सा भजन संगत को सुनाएंगी।
जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना
जय
गुरु जी। गुरु जी की प्यारी प्यारी संगत को प्रणाम। जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी। गुरु जी कुछ गलती हो जाए तो माफ करना, संगत जी कुछ गलती हो जाए तो आप भी माफ करना। गुरु जी आपको हैप्पी होली और सब संगत को हैप्पी होली। जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी। हो रहमत बरसे भीगे संगत सारी, रहमत बरसे, रहमत बरसे भीगे संगत सारी, रहमत बरसे। प्यारा है सतगुरु जी सबका दुलारा, प्यारा है सतगुरु जी सबका दुलारा। दर्शन करे सब मिलके सतगुरु जी तेरे दर पे। हो रहमत बरसे भीगे संगत सारी, रहमत बरसे। खुद खुदा देखो धरा पे है आया, खुद खुदा देखो धरा पे है आया। सजदा करें सब मिलके सतगुरु जी तेरे दर पे। रहमत बरसे भीगे संगत सारी, रहमत बरसे। नाम का जाम है सबको पिलाया, नाम का जाम है सबको पिलाया। संगत पिए सब मिलके सतगुरु जी तेरे दर पे। हो रहमत बरसे भीगे संगत सारी, रहमत बरसे। दीवाना ऐसा है सबको बनाया, दीवाना ऐसा है सबको बनाया। नाचे गाए सब मिलके सतगुरु जी तेरे दर पे। रहमत बरसे भीगे संगत सारी, रहमत बरसे। होली तेरे नाल डुगरी वालिया, संगत मनान आई है। होली तेरे नाल डुगरी वालिया, संगत मनान आई है। लाल पीला हरा नीला लेके गुलाल जी, तेरे आही रंगा विच रंग गए ने लाल जी। तैनू जेड़ा रंग लगदा है चंगा, ओयो रंग लाण आए ने। तैनू जेड़ा रंग लगदा है चंगा, ओयो रंग लाण आए ने। होली तेरे नाल डुगरी वालिया, संगत मनान आए ने। रंग तेरा डुगरी वालिया बड़ा सुखदाई है। रंग तेरा डुगरी वालिया बड़ा सुखदाई है। संगतां ने होली तेरे दर ते मनाई है। झोली अड के खलोती संगत सारी, झोली अड के खलोती संगत सारी, खुशियां मनाने आए ने, होली तेरे नाल डुगरी वालिया, संगत मनाने आई है, होली तेरे नाल डुगरी वालिया, संगत मनाने आई है। रौनकां ने लगियां आज तेरे वेड़े, रौनकां ने लगियां आज तेरे वेड़े, खुशियां मना रहे आज संगत तेरियां, खुशियां मना रहियां आज संगत तेरियां। रंग शरदा वाला, रंग शरदा वाला गुरु जी नू आज लाने आए आ, आज रंग शरदा वाला गुरु जी नू आज लाने आए आ, होली तेरे नाल डुगरी वालिया, संगत मनाने आई है। जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी। गुरु जी सबकी खुशियां भर दो, किसी की खुशियां वापस मत लो गुरु जी, और जिसको जो जो गम है, जिसको जो बीमार है, सबकी झोलियां रहमतों से भर दो, सबकी झोलियों रहमतों से भीग जाए, सब संगत भीग जाए रहमतों से। इस होली में गुरु जी सबको रहमत बरसा दो। जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी। शुक्राना गुरु जी, शुक्राना।
जय गुरु जी।
जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी।
शुक्राना। थैंक यू आंटी।
शुक्राना।
बहुत सत्संग था। आईडी सत्संग है हमारे पास, जो सिमरन हम उनको हैं और वो अपना करें।
जय गुरु जी, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Am I audible?
जी आंटी।
या
जी
या जय गुरु जी। सबसे पहले शुक्राना गुरु जी, बहुत प्यारा प्यारा संगत सनाटी ने सुनाया, इतना उसमें मेरे कई क्वेश्चंस के आंसर गुरु जी ने दिए हैं। और सबसे पहले होली की सबको बहुत बहुत मुबारकें। रंग दे गुरु जी सानू अपने प्यार वाले रंग दे विच, उस भगती दे रंग दे विच रंग दे, असी एवो जिहा रंग लग जाए सानू भगती दा, और ये रंग कदी ना छूटे, और हमेशा उस रंग च रंगे रहिए, और गुरु जी दे प्रेम दे विच सब रंग जाइए, और रंग कदी किसी दे जीवन च ना उतरे, और एवो जिहा पक्का रंग लग जाए सबनों, और हमेशा सब जय गुरु जी दे ही नाम जपते रहिए, और खुशियां गुरु जी जो दे रहे ने सबनों देंदे रहिए। सत्संग जी, एक छोटा सा सत्संग सुनाना चाहूंगी कि बड़े मंदिर जाना चाह रही थी, दर्शन करना चाह रही थी, लेकिन मेरा ई पास नहीं लग रहा था, और 3-4 बारी ट्राई किया, नहीं हो रहा था, तो बड़ा ही उदास होगी। तो गुरु जी को कह रही थी कि गुरु जी क्या गलती हो गई है जो बुला नहीं रहे हो, आपके दर्शन करना चाहती हूँ मंदिर आके। और एक दिन इतना बुरा लगा उस दिन, रात को गुरु जी का स्वरूप देख रही हूँ और मैं जस्ट क्राइंग, आई एम जस्ट क्राइंग एट दैट मोमेंट कि गुरु जी सबको बुला रहे हो, सब फेसबुक पे इधर उधर सब अपनी वीडियोस डाल रहे हैं, मंदिर दर्शन जो संगत करने जा रही हैं, और कभी प्रसाद की फोटो डाल रहे हैं। मेरे को बिल्कुल नहीं अच्छा लग रहा, मैं जस्ट उसको स्वाइप कर रही हूँ, देख भी नहीं रही थी, और बहुत बुरा लग रहा था। और गुरु जी का स्वरूप देखते देखते ही रात को जैसे बोल के सो गई कि गुरु जी मुझे क्यों नहीं बुलाया आपने। तो संगत जी, गुरु जी मेरे को ड्रीम में दर्शन दिया, और मेरी एक फ्रेंड मुझे मिलती है बहुत दिनों बाद ड्रीम में, और वो मुझे मिलने के लिए इतनी तेज भागी और वो गिर गई। गिरते ही संगत जी मैंने उसके फोरहेड पे जैसे गुरु जी के शिव जी के 3 त्रिपुंड होते हैं वो बने हुए हैं उसके फेस पे। तो मैं ऐसे पूछा, तू ठीक है, तो इतनी तेज भागी क्यों, तेरे को चोट तो नहीं लगी? तो वो बोलती है नहीं, मैं तेरे को देख के दौड़ती आई और मुझसे रुका नहीं गया। तो देखते देखते उसके फोरहेड पे मुझे शिवलिंग नजर आया, बहुत ब्यूटीफुल शिवलिंग, और जो छतरपुर मंदिर में है वो नजर आ रहा है। मेरे साथ एक आंटी भी खड़ी हैं और मैं आंटी को बोल रही हूँ, आंटी क्या जो मुझे दिख रहा है आपको भी दिख रहा है? तो वो कहती है हाँ जी। और हम दोनों वो शिवलिंग के दर्शन कर रहे हैं और हमने मंत्र जाप शुरू कर दिया। मंत्र जाप कर रहे हैं और ओम नमः शिवाय शिव जी सदा सहाय, और ओम नमः शिवाय गुरु जी सदा सहाय, और ड्रीम में ही मैं मंत्र जाप कर रही हूँ। और वो दर्शन और क्लियर होते जा रहे हैं, बिल्कुल जैसे शिवरात्रि पे गुरु जी का मंदिर सजा था वैसे ही बिल्कुल क्लियर नजर आ रहा है डे टाइम का। बहुत सुंदर, वेरी डिवाइन दर्शन एट दैट टाइम। और मैं अपनी फ्रेंड को पूछ रही हूँ कि हमें ना तेरे फोरहेड पे ना शिवलिंग नजर आ रहा है, क्या तू देख सकती है? और हम फिर हंस भी रहे हैं कि हम कैसा क्वेश्चन इससे पूछ रहे हैं कि वो कैसे देख सकती है, हमें नजर आ रहा है, उसको कैसे आएगा? और शाम को एक संगत मुझसे गुरुजी का स्वरूप लेने आती हैं, तो वो मुझे उन्होंने 2-3 दिन पहले बोला था कि मेरे पास भी आपको देने के लिए ना कुछ है। तो मैं सोच रही हूँ गुरुजी पता नहीं क्या भेज रहे हैं मेरे लिए। संगत जी, जब वो आंटी मुझे मिली हैं तो सबसे पहले उन्होंने मुझे बोला अपने हाथ करो आगे। मैंने हाथ करा तो उन्होंने गुरुजी का सचखंड प्रसाद मेरे हाथ में दिया। आई एम सो ब्लेस्ड। और मतलब इतनी उस टाइम वेरी डिवाइन फीलिंग हो रही थी, जैसे गुरुजी साथ में खड़े हैं और बहुत सारे फूलों की वर्षा हमारे ऊपर हो रही है। आई एम जस्ट एट दैट मोमेंट आई एम जस्ट क्राइंग। मेरी आंखों में सिर्फ आंसू थे और कुछ शब्द ही नहीं निकल रहे थे मुंह से कि गुरुजी कितना ब्लेस कर रहे हैं। मैंने तो जस्ट कुछ भी जस्ट मॉर्निंग में एक सत्संग सुना था, किसी संगत को गुरुजी सचखंड का प्रसाद दे रहे थे। आई थिंक अबाउट दिस कि गुरुजी कभी हमारी भी अवस्था ऐसी हो सकती है कि हमें भी सचखंड का प्रसाद मिले, और हमें भी कभी मिल सकता है। और इवनिंग में गुरुजी ने मेरे हाथ में सचखंड का वो प्रसाद रखा, तो फीलिंग ब्लेस्ड। और संगत जी, जैसे गुरुजी मुझे ब्लेस कर रहे हैं, गुरुजी सबको ब्लेस कर रहे हैं। जो गुरुजी को फॉलो करते हैं उनको भी कर रहे हैं गुरुजी ब्लेस, और जो नहीं भी फॉलो कर रहे हैं गुरुजी उनको भी ब्लेस कर रहे हैं, सबको खुशियां दे रहे हैं। इस होली के मौके पर एक ही अरदास हम करें कि गुरुजी ऐसे रंग में हम सबको रंग दो, उस प्रेम और उस भक्ति वाले रंग में रंग दो, जो रंग कभी ना छूटे और हमेशा के लिए हम सबको लग जाए। जय गुरुजी। शुक्राना गुरुजी, अनंतम शुक्राना गुरुजी, सत्संग शेयर कराने का। शुक्राना शुक्राना शुक्राना।
जय गुरु जी, बहुत ही अच्छा सत्संग। शुक्राना गुरु जी, सब पर अपनी दया दृष्टि इस प्रकार बनाए रखो। और अब आज के सत्संग का ये आखिरी हैंड रेज है, रिश्मा खन्ना आंटी, ये अपना सत्संग शेयर करेंगी। रिश्मा खन्ना आंटी, इनका माइक हम अनम्यूट कर रहे हैं।
हेलो, जय गुरु जी।
जय गुरु जी आंटी।
जय साईं राम। सारी गुरु जी की प्यारी प्यारी संगत को होली की बहुत बहुत मुबारक। सभी की जिंदगी गुरु जी के प्रेम के रंग में रंगी रहे और खुशियां बरसती रहे। एक भजन गुरु जी के लिए होली के अवसर पर पहली बार गा रही हूँ, होप अच्छा गाऊं। थैंक यू गुरु जी। मैंने रंग ली आज चुनरिया गुरुदेव के रंग में, मैंने रंग ली आज चुनरिया गुरुदेव के रंग में, गुरुदेव के रंग में, साईं बाबा के रंग में, मैंने रंग ली आज चुनरिया गुरुजी तेरे रंग में। जिया मोरा चाहे मैं भी खेलूं गुरुजी होली ऐसे, राधा ने कन्हैया से प्यार की होली खेली जैसे, प्रेम के मैं रंग फेंकूं प्रेम के मैं, रंग फेंकूं बिन तुम्हारे कुछ न देखूं। मैंने रंग ली आज चुनरिया गुरुजी तेरे रंग में। कितने जतन किए तब तुझे पाया मेरे साईं, सोए हुए भाग्य को तुमने जगाया मेरे साईं। मैं तो डूबी प्रेम रंग में, मैं तो डूबी प्रेम रंग में, अब नहीं मैं अपने बस में। मैंने रंग ली आज चुनरिया गुरुजी तेरे रंग में। जल्दी से आ मेरी बावरी अखियां तेरी प्यासी, चरणों में तेरे गुरुजी मैं बसा लूं स्वर्ग ये दासी। तुम बता दो मेरे क्या हो, तुम बता दो मेरे क्या हो, मैं तो जानू देवता हो। मैंने रंग ली आज चुनरिया गुरुजी तेरे रंग में, गुरुजी तेरे रंग में, साईं बाबा के रंग में। मैंने रंग ली आज चुनरिया गुरुजी तेरे रंग में। जय गुरुजी, जय जय गुरुजी, जय साईं राम। थैंक यू वेरी मच। सभी संगत को, सेवादारों को बहुत बहुत होली मुबारक, और गुरुजी के प्यार का रंग सब पे बरसता रहे और सबकी झोलियां खुशियों से भरी रहे। थैंक यू वेरी मच। लव यू गुरुजी, लव यू साईं बाबा, लव यू ऑल। थैंक यू वेरी मच। जय गुरुजी,
जय गुरुजी, जय गुरुजी। सारी संगत को होली की बहुत बहुत मुबारक। और इतना प्यारा सत्संग आप सबने किया है। आप सबको गुरुजी खूब आशीर्वाद दे, खूब झोलियां भरे, और ऐसे हम सत्संग करते रहे और गुरु जी का आशीर्वाद पाते रहे। जय गुरु जी,
जय समर। थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक गॉड ब्लेस यू ऑल। एकता आंटी जी, थैंक यू। जय गुरु जी,
जय गुरु जी। थैंक यू गुरु जी, थैंक यू आंटी अंकल एंड ऑल संगत। आप सबका प्रेम ऐसे ही बना रहे, गुरु जी की कृपा सब पर बनी रहे, ये रंग सबके ऊपर ऐसे ही चढ़ा रहे जैसे आपने बोला। और इसी के साथ आंटी के सुंदर भजन के साथ आज के सत्संग की समाप्ति। और एक बार फिर से सभी को होली की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं, हैप्पी होली। और अब मैं एक आंटी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा और बाकी संगत से भी रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि एक एक करके हम सबको अनम्यूट कर रहे हैं, आप आज्ञा लें और आज के सत्संग की हम यही समाप्ति करेंगे।
जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना, सर्बत का भला करो गुरु जी। जय गुरु जी,
शुक्राना गुरु जी,
अनंतम शुक्राना गुरु महाराज।
जय गुरु जी, जय
शुक्राना
गुरु
गुरु
जी।
जी। हैप्पी
जय गुरु जी, जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी।
थैंक यू फॉर द ब्यूटीफुल सत्संग्स।
हैप्पी होली टू
थैंक यू
एवरीवन।
गुरु जी। शुक्राना गुरु जी।
शुक्राना
जय गुरु जी,
अनंतम शुक्राना। हैप्पी होली टू ऑल संगत।
आज्ञा
थैंक यू गुरु जी,
गुरु
शुक्राना गुरु जी, शुक्राना शुक्राना शुक्राना।
कल्याण गुरु जी।
जय गुरु जी, हैप्पी होली गुरु जी। जय गुरु जी, हैप्पी होली गुरु जी। जय गुरु जी,
जय गुरु जी, जय गुरु जी, जय गुरु जी।
जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी।
चलो जय।
जय गुरु जी। शुक्राना गुरु जी।
जय
हैप्पी
गुरु
होली
जी,
टू
जय
ऑल।
गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी, अनंतम शुक्राना।
ऑल।
एक आंटी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, जो होस्ट हैं, कृपया आज के सत्संग की समाप्ति करें यहाँ पर, और हम सब गुरुजी से आज्ञा लेके आज के सत्संग की समाप्ति करते हैं। जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी, हैप्पी होली गुरु जी।
कौन
ये छू ब्लू वाला पता चलिए
कपड़ा लेके छू ले, कोई करना तो कर ले। यहाँ पर